Hey guys, welcome to the Undefeated at Locals, where we're here today to teach you a quick how to play video for Disney's Lorcana coming out. Edgar, you want to get into the card types here?
Yeah, so it's pretty simple. You have four card types, three really, but you have your characters. These are your your assets in the field. They're going to quest for you. They're going to challenge each other. They are your pieces that you put together for winning. Think of them as your creature cards. You have basic actions, which are your spell cards of a sort. You play them, they grant you various effects. Your song cards, which have to be sung by a character. Um, they are basically actions, but you have to have a specific character on the field to sing them. And lastly, items, which are reusable resources in most cases, as far as we've been able to learn. Only so many cards exist. Um, but yeah,
Yeah, reusable resources. They have abilities that are repeatable theoretically once per turn on most of them.
yep. Beyond that, the basic layout of the cards are pretty simple. Cards have a cost. That is your cost to play them. So you'll see that Mickey here has a cost of 3. If there we go. Uh, those are the costs are your ink. To play a card as an ink, it has to have one of these little symbols up here. I don't think. Oh, here we go. Here's one that doesn't.
Yeah, so to add a card to your inkwell, it has to have this little swirly ink logo here. And as Edgar pointed out, there's some cards that just simply don't. We can't add this to our ink. We can only play that out of our hand.
Um, Characters have a strength and a health, as noted on the card. Mickey here has uh, 3 strength, 3 health. When you challenge an opponent's character, you compare your strength to their health, and they do the same to you. So basically, your character is being challenged back as well. A character who has lost all of their health is discarded. Pretty simple stuff.
Yeah, health stays concurrent throughout the game. So Aurora here has 2 health in that shield icon there. If Aurora takes 1 damage, she has 1 damage dealt throughout the entirety of the game, unless I can heal that back with other card effects.
Beyond that, everything's pretty self-explanatory. You have questing is your win condition. So various characters will have uh, lore here in this little side. Every time you play a card, it comes in as wet ink, so you can't commit it to do anything. You can't
Go questing, you can't
go
send them
questing.
on their adventures.
Yep. After they're dry though, when your next turn starts, they can then start questing. So questing is pretty simple. It's an action you take during your turn. You turn the character, exert it, and gain lore equal to the number of lore icons each character have. So far, we've seen 1 and 2.
There's up to 4, I believe, that have been revealed for the game. Those are like obviously your higher cost creatures to play out, your higher cost characters. And we're basically on a race to 20 lore. The interaction in the game comes from that challenge system that we were talking about. We can control the board a little bit since we're trying to take out our opponent's characters that are gaining them their most lore per turn.
All right, I think that's enough for an intro. You guys
Yeah,
want to get into a game?
let's do it. Let's show you guys how the game actually plays out.
So we have a little tracker here to help keep track of our lore. You can use dice, you can use whatever, but it's a real quick. We've tested it out. It's a pretty quick game. So
yeah, very easy to comprehend, super easy to just pick up and start playing.
All right, let's see who's going to go first.
Let's do it.
Rolling dice.
It won't be me.
Ooh.
It definitely won't be me.
11, 14. Ooh, my God.
It will be me.
Get out of here. My dice have betrayed me.
So when I choose to go first, each of us draws up to 7 cards. You start with 7 cards, both of you and your opponent. The player going first does not get their draw step. The player going second does, and it's just like most other trading card games. You draw 1 card per turn.
All right.
I will draw my 7. Both players get a partial mulligan that they can activate, so we can mulligan any amount of cards out of our hand that we want to, draw up to the 7 again, and reshuffle our deck. Let's see what I am putting back. I am going to put 1, 2, 3, 4 as well, actually.
If you had a seal box out.
We don't want to play those 5 costs early. We're not allowed to.
Are you sure?
So yeah, guys, your ready step is the first step that you're going to take in the game. This is when we unexert any of our character cards, any of our item cards, draw up to our 1 card per turn, and then you have your next step, which is the set step. The set step is just where the game is searching for any effects that activate at the start of turn, as well as recognizing which characters you played on a previous turn that can now exert to go questing for lore. There's obviously no ready step here, or a set ready or set step here, as we have nothing to ready or set. You can start your turn by doing any amount of actions that you can afford to do from your ink, and in any order you want. Once per turn, we get to add a card from our hand to our ink, as long as it has that ink swirl effect that we were talking about. How we do that is we reveal to my opponent that this is Aurora, and she does have that ink swirl. And now I'm going to add Aurora to my ink. I now have 1 ink to use to play my cards. I will then play Flounder, who has that cost of 1. So we're going to play out Flounder here. We're going to exert our 1 ink to pay cost. And he is Caution Wet Paint. We're not allowed to use any of his abilities since this is the turn that we played him on. We have exerted all of our ink, so now we pass turn to our opponent.
All right. Second player starts. They do get to draw. Now, I, again, no ink to use yet, so I have to reveal a card. Let's reveal here. We'll reveal Dr. Facilier. He'll become an ink. Boom. And I will use that 1 ink to summon a Stitch out of my hand. He is wet ink. Can't be used yet. Pass to my opponent.
Very nice. And this just keeps going back and forth, guys. We're going to... this is now my set step. My set step matters. The game now recognizes that Flounder was played on a previous turn, and I can now use him to exert to pay costs for abilities, including sending him on a quest. Draw my card. Ready my ink here. And now let's see what we can accomplish. We are going to reveal to my opponent Coconut Basket that does have an ink icon to add this to my ink to give me 2. I will then play out Captain Hook at the cost of 1 of my ink. He is Caution Wet Paint. I will then use Flounder to go on a quest. Flounder's lore is that 1 little icon there. So we quest with Flounder to gain 1 lore. As said, you're questing for 20 lore.
Right.
And pass to you.
Awesome. So ready, set, draw. We will. Let's see what we got here. We will reveal an Olaf, add it to my ink.
Very nice.
Then we will play out a... I'll pay 1 to bring out Pascal. He's wet, so he'll stay right there for now. And at this point, I could challenge Flounder. So you can only challenge exerted
creatures.
Yep. So I could challenge him. For now, I don't think I will, since we're both 2 health, 2 strength. They would basically take each other off the board. So we'll quest instead to gain 1.
Very nice.
And I have no other actions to take. I'll pass my turn.
Sounds good. My draw during the ready step. Set step again, just game recognizes that we can now use Captain Hook for exertion costs. And we will start our turn by showing our opponent the coconuts again. To have
It's a lovely
3
bunch of
ink.
coconuts.
It sure is. Coconuts are really cool, guys. It's a cool card that I wish I could play right now. There's tons more cards than this revealed through the Lorcana website, so please go check those out as well after the video. We're going to use all 3 of our ink to play out Jasmine.
Mm-hmm.
We will then, I believe, go questing with Flounder, gain 1 lore, and we will show you guys challenging. So some characters have challenger ratings. It's a keyword on here. So Captain Hook says challenger +2. While challenging, this character gets +2 to his strength. So now, while he's challenging Stitch here, he's now a 3 strength with 2 health. So I will use him to challenge Stitch.
All right, so Stitch only has 2 health. He'll take the 3 strength damage and be discarded. Stitch has 2 strength.
Yep.
Deal that back to
Yep.
Captain Hook.
And Captain Hook and Stitch will go to our little banished area over here.
All right.
And I will pass to my opponent.
All right. Take care of our setup here. We'll show you another Olaf to add to my ink.
The little snowman.
Let's see what we got here. So I really like Pascal. He's got a little ability called Camouflage. While I have another character in play, this character gains Evasive. Only characters with Evasive can challenge them. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pay all 3 here to get a Mickey out.
Very nice.
He is wet, but he is in play.
Absolutely.
So we will quest here for 1. And we will pass the turn.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, Pascal's really good for questing just because he's just a constant, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's a constant unless I find a guy with Evasive. Let's hope we find a guy with Evasive in our draw here. We will start our turn. Jasmine is now ready to quest. We will reveal Develop Your Brain. It has an ink cost. We will add it here. We will then play Kristoff for 3. We will go questing with Jasmine to gain 2. And we will quest with Flounder to gain 1 as we pass back to our opponent.
All right. Mickey's on the field, guys.
Hey, the mouse.
All right.
The main guy.
Let's go ahead and reveal another doctor here. I'll go to my ink. We will then quest with Pascal for 1. And you know what, we'll pay 2. We'll get a mini on the field.
Hey, we have them both.
Pay 2. Get an Yzma on the field.
Very nice.
Now I could quest with Mickey here, but that Kristoff over there kind of scares me, so I will hold off on that for now.
Fair, don't want to put him in danger. We can't attack unexerted creatures, so Mickey is currently safe. Passing to me?
Yep, passing to you.
Perfect. We'll start our turn. Kristoff is live. We get a card. Yeah, sounds good. We will quest with Kristoff for 2 lore. We will quest with Jasmine for 2 lore. We will.
And did you want me to get some Yu-Gi-Oh out for you, bud? I was gonna get 5 packs of the Madonna Majesty.
We will play out Frying Pan, which is an item. We are going to pay 2 for cost, and then we will explain what this item does. Frying Pan says, claim, banish this item. chosen character can't challenge during their next turn. So we're going to use Clang. We're going to banish my item. I'm going to select one of my opponent's characters here that will not be able to challenge me during their next turn. I will choose Mickey Mouse.
All right.
I will then play out Aurora, paying 2, and pass to you.
All right. Go ahead and ready everything up. Take my draw. These characters are now dry enough to act. All right. Where do we go here? So we will pay 1 to play this action here. Actions, like I said, are spells, so they're one-time use. Action, chosen character gets +2 strength this turn. So I will give Minnie here +2 to her strength.
Oh no!
And the first thing we'll do is we will challenge Kristoff.
Sounds good. So Minnie now has 4 strength and 3 health. Kristoff has 3 strength, 3 health. So Minnie will banish him. He will banish Minnie.
All right. We will then quest here with Yzma. She's got a special ability. When this character quests, look at the top card of your deck, put it either on top or bottom of your deck. So I will go ahead and quest with her to gain 1. Go ahead and take a look at this. We'll go ahead and stick that on the bottom.
Very nice. That's a cool ability.
Very cool. And then let's see. You still have Jasmine out there, which threatens my Mickey. So we will quest with Pascal here for 1. And then we'll go ahead and end my turn there.
Sounds good. Aurora is now good to go on quests. How cool. Okay. So you can't really do anything too much there. We will go questing with Aurora, who is now live. We will gain 2. Questing with Jasmine to gain 2. Sure, we'll quest with Flounder. That guy's been unused on my board. He's a little guy, but he still gains us 1. We will then play Eric out for 2 as we pass to you, sir.
All right. Let's go ahead and draw and see where we're at. Let's see. We will go ahead and reveal Hey Hey.
Hey!
He'll go to my ink.
We love him.
Then we will. We'll pay 4 to bring out Ariel here.
Very nice. The big one.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's challenge Aurora here with Mickey.
Yeah, 3-3 versus my 2-2. So Mickey will be left at 1 health. As said, health stays throughout the match unless we can change that. And Aurora loses that fight.
Right.
Pretty thematic. Mickey's the boss.
Let's go ahead and quest with Pascal for 1. We'll quest with you know what? We'll challenge Yzma into Flounder.
Yeah, sounds good.
Ariel's still wet ink, so she can't do anything this turn. So we will go ahead and pass to my opponent.
Sounds good. The ready step. The set step recognizes. Yeah, this sounds good. I will. I will challenge Mickey with Eric. He gains +2 strength. He only has 3 health. They will banish each other. I will then use Jasmine to quest for 2. I will play out my frying pan for 2 here. Using its claim ability, I will target Ariel. She cannot challenge on your next turn as we pass to you.
All right. Draw my 1. All right, so here we go. I will play a song here. We'll pay 3.
Hey.
Play this song. Ariel's voiceless, so she can't sing songs. So we'll have Pascal do it. This says that if I use the character that costs 3 or more, I get to play it for free. Unfortunately, Pascal only costs 1, so we're paying its cost. But he'll sing this song. And exert, and I will draw 2.
Very nice. Very nice.
From there, we will pay 1 to bring out Hey Hey. And we will pay 1 to play out the Dingle Hopper here.
Hey.
The Dingle Hopper is an item. I can't use it currently, but it has Straighten Hair as its ability. You can exert it to remove up to 1 damage from a chosen character.
Very good. Very good. Draw effects, heal effects seem to be pretty powerful in the game, guys. That's the end of your turn?
Sure is.
I will draw my card here. That seems pretty good. Yeah, that seems pretty solid. Okay. I will.
Oh yeah. What can I do for you? The new board games to put in the barcode. Yeah, I mean I can take a few minutes if that's cool to be able to help with that, so that way we can put it. Yeah. So yeah, the open.
I will quest with Jasmine to gain the 2 lore. And then I will play out my action of Smash, playing my 3 cost. I can deal 3 damage to a chosen character. I will.
How about this? How about
This is a factory.
Okay, cool.
Well, another character is in
Yeah,
play.
so I guess I will deal 3 damage to him. We'll
Right.
just finally remove Pascal as a problem. And that will be the end of my turn.
All right. Go ahead and
Yeah,
ready.
definitely not in.
We'll go ahead and
All
draw.
the Disney villainous. Yeah, standing now.
So we'll quest here to gain 1.
Yeah.
Pascal has support as his ability. Whenever this character quests, you may add their strength to a chosen character's strength. So he's got 1 strength. I'll add it here to Ariel.
Very nice.
Ariel will then challenge Jasmine with 4/4.
Yeah, very nice. Jasmine will be banished. Ariel will take 3.
Yep. Then we will exert here to remove 1 damage from Ariel.
Very nice.
And we will then pay 3 for Mickey, and we're going nothing in hand for another Dingle Hopper.
Very good.
Did we determine? So this is still wet ink, correct?
Nope, that's
Nope.
an item, right? So
Yep.
items are, you can, items do not count as
wet.
summon sickness, wet ink, yep, so you can use them
There we go.
as you play them.
Ariel is feeling healthy again.
Yeah, there we go. There we are. I will draw my card.
We're still learning the intricacies of interactions ourselves, guys.
Yeah.
But we've got the basics down.
Yep, yeah, the game is a lot of fun. There's a lot going on. Very, very easy to play, but there is a lot of depth to the game once you get into it. Speaking of depth, I will play the 1 card I drew, which is Smash again, playing my cost of 3 to deal 3 damage to Ariel.
All right. Ariel is gone.
And I will pass turn to you.
All right. We'll draw my 1. Amazing. We'll pay 3 just to get a wardrobe out on the field.
Very nice.
We will. So we have no damage, so these Dingle Hoppers can just stay. We'll go ahead and quest with Hey Hey for 1. We'll lend his strength. Let's see what it specifically says this turn. So it doesn't stick around, but that's okay. We'll give it to wardrobe here. Why not? We'll quest with Mickey for 2.
Very nice.
And we will pass turn to our opponent.
Sounds good. We get to draw our card.
I think that might be it. Okay, coolness.
Man. All right, we're just going to keep up with the board control here. We're going to use an action card, Fire the Cannons. We're going to pay 1, guys, to deal 2 damage to a chosen character. we will choose this little guy here to deal 2 damage to
Hey.
as we pass our turn, since that's the only thing we drew.
All right.
Edgar gets to ready his guys here. We had so much. We did do one jump ahead, guys, but he's catching up. He's catching up.
Go ahead and pay 1 and get that stitch out.
Oh no.
Yeah, board control is a real thing. So you got so far ahead so quickly, but as long as I can control it from here on.
Yeah, you're coming back. You're coming back.
So we'll go ahead and quest with Mickey for 2, quest with the wardrobe for 1, and pass turn to you.
Sounds good. I will draw. That's very good. Very good. We'll play Aurora for 2. Wet ink over here. And we will pass to the opponent.
All right, I need a way to deal with that Aurora.
Yeah,
See if I draw.
she is not exerted. This is very good, guys. We've put him in a position where he has to deal damage or...
All right, I think that's probably going to be game. We'll go ahead and play it out, though. We'll exert, play out a magic broom.
Hey, the magic broom's so cool.
Magic broom has the ability sweep. When you play this character, you may shuffle a card from any discard pile to the player's deck. We'll just throw another Mickey in there. Why not?
House of Mouse.
We will go ahead and quest across the board for 4.
Very
and
nice.
pass turn to our opponent.
Sounds good. Aurora can now go on quests. And then, yeah, guys, that will just be game. Aurora gets to quest to gain 2 more. The goal is 20. We've hit 20 to Edgar's 17. But as you can see, there's a lot of back and forth in this game. Even with playing with 20 less cards than you will standardly play the game with. Deck size minimum is going to be 60 cards. These little demo decks that they played with at Gamma are 40 cards. But still a lot of interaction. I, again, jumped ahead, but Edgar had a lot of board control. He was able to wipe out a lot of my characters and had a pretty good comeback.
Yeah. So thanks for joining us, guys. We hope you learned how to play. You can get all of the cards that we show here off of their website and test it out yourself. They even have more cards that you can play with, so you can play around, make different decks. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, guys. Hope you enjoyed it here. We will talk to you next time.